Hi everyone, part 5 of this tutorial on my Remaking Hollow Knight series. So today we're going to take a look at the Tilemap. I'm sorry I've been a bit silent for the last 2 weeks. I just got a surgery and the surgery of the legs, and it has been going okay, but I'm a bit incapacitated. As you can see right here, this is the current setup I'm working with at the moment. It's a bit weird for me, so I try to do things as I can. So today we're going to make a simple video. For me, it's going to be good to get back to making a bit more video. We have made a lot of stuff about the player controller before, so today we're going to really focus on starting to make the game look a little bit better. For now, it's going to be about everything about like the tile map, the terrain, and those kind of things. And I will do some other things about parallax layer, and I will continue to work on the player controller a little bit later when my recovery will be a bit better. At the moment, I'm going to work I'm going to try to make one video per week, so it's going to be good for me to be able to do my thing, to be healing properly. So let's go. I'm gonna go back to where we were last time. So last time, just as a reminder, this is what we have made so far. We have the possibility to jump, to wall slide, and I can also like dash like this. So that's cool. So now we are missing a bit of graphic, something that is graphically a bit better, because for now this is a bit bland. So for that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back to my folder tileset right here, and what I'm going to do is all of this temporary floor, wall 1, wall 2, wall 3, I'm just going to turn them off like this. And what I want to do is I want to click on level plus, and here I'm going to look for a new node that is called tilemap layer. Tilemap layer is what is replacing the tilemap node that was used before in Godot. You can still use that node, it's completely fine, it works, it just will be not updated that much anymore. So that's it, tilemap layer. I'm going here and I'm clicking on create. I've also forgot to mention that I've just passed to 4.4 stable, so I encourage you to do the same, and that's it. So tilemap layer, I'm gonna click on it and I'm gonna rename it ground like that. Globally, what I want to do here is I want to import my tileset. So I'm going to my tileset, and here I have ground tileset. You can see for now I have no way to slide it, because with my tilemap layer selected, I need to go here to the right tileset, click on empty and new tileset, and then I can click here, and I have all those properties that show up here. Now I can come here at the bottom where there is tileset. I can click here, and now I can grab my ground tileset and I can slide it here. It's gonna ask me if it wants to create tiles in the atlas, and I'm gonna say yes. And so now I have everything that is sorted right here. So that tile map, I've made it a slightly bigger than what I do normally, just because in the future I would like to randomize a bit the tile map. But for today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create the terrain, so we're gonna be able to paint automatically our game. So for doing so, we need to go back on our ground, and here you need to click on your tile set, and so you're going to have that sort of like blue, little bluish menu that shows up. If you don't see it, if it is like this, you just need to click on the tile set and you're going to see that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a physics layer. This is going to be helping us to globally enter in contact, in collision with our ground. So this is very important. And I'm going to click on collision layer, and I'm going to put my layer to 2, and I'm going to leave it colliding with 1. These are the collision layer bus, and this is very important for sorting what collides with what. So for example, if I go back to my player and I go here to collision on this one, not this one right here, but this one, you can see my player is on 1 and 1. So here it will not be able to collide with the floor because we change it to 2. So here, the mask, we need to unclick 1 and put it to 2. So now that this is done, we are good to go. So I go back to my ground, and here what I want to do is I want to create my terrain. So for that I need to click on terrain right here, and here I need to click on add element, and here I can click on terrain just right there, and then add element. Here I'm going to change that to I think I'm going to create ground. My keyboard is a bit out of my way, so I'm going to change the color here, and I'm going to put something like this, pinkish like this. So that's cool. So now we have the basic for like setting up our ground. So now what I can do is I can come back here to my tile set. I can come here to paint, and here I can select the property editor. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create the physics. So I'm going to go here to physics layer 0, and you can see that I have that sort of like blue square that is showing. This is like the collision shape that we're going to use. Because my tile set is made 16 by 16 pixel, it is already set up. There's no pre-setup to be made. So here I can just do, I can just come here, and with my left click of my mouse, I can just paint all of that in blue. And so all the tiles that are in blue means that they have a collision shape on it, and so we will be able to collide with it. So now that we have done that, still on paint, still on tile set and paint, I can come here and I can put myself on terrain, and now I'm going to set up the terrain. You can see for now I can do nothing. It's because on painting here I need to go to terrain set, and from no terrain I need to put it to terrain set 0, and here from terrain I need to put it to the terrain that I've just created right here, which for me is called ground. So here I can click on it, and you can see that if I zoom, you have those little white dash here. This shows what is not selected. So here we're going to select almost all of them, not all of them. I think I'm going to no I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to paint all of this. I already have pre-paint some stuff here, so that's going to be a good occasion for me to show you how to remove it. So for removing those things, you just make a right click and pass on it. So now that I've selected all those things, globally what I need to do is I need to paint my tile. Here I've made my tile set a bit bigger, so in the future I would like to be able to bring a bit more variety, but for now we're not going to use all of this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to paint first this one here, and what you need to understand if you have never used the terrain before, when you are creating terrain, you need globally to understand that all the parts that are not filled up by the pink color that we have choose, all those parts that are not filled up by that are part that not going to be in contact with anything. So here, for example, it's not in contact because it's the top of my tile and the side of my tile. So now, for example, I'm going to pick this one right here, and this one I'm just going to paint it right here. I'm not going to paint that part here because that part is what is supposed to be on top, and so this is not it's not going to collide with anything else rather than the player, so that's going to be fine. So here I'm going to do this one like this, and then here I think I'm going to choose this one right there, something like this. And then I'm going to take this one right at the corner tile. So now what I can do, I think, is taking this one like this, and then I'm going to take the corner tile right here, and then after that I'm going to pick, I think I'm going to pick this one right here, that one. So now with that done, we have the little basic of our ground, but I want to create a little bit more stuff. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna continue to paint that. So here I'm gonna paint those three. This one I'm just gonna put one in the middle because it's just like supposed to be an isolated tile. This one I'm gonna put them like this, and these are the corner tile for the inside of our tile map. So here I'm gonna paint it like this, and globally those parts are in contact with other parts. For example, here if I want to extend it like this, I'm gonna put this one right here, for example. That's the logic of it. And this one here, I need to put it like that. So now I have the basic of my tile. I just need one thing, which is I need to have one tile to fill up everything when this like it needs to be. So I'm going to pick this one, and that's it. And now we're good. So now I can go back to, I can save, Control S, and I can just go to my tile map at the bottom, and I can go to terrain and I can click on it right here, and now you can see we see all the tile. If you're on Mac, sometime on Mac you don't see it, like it happened to me from time to time. My test project is on my MacBook, so like I for example I don't have it at the moment, it doesn't display anything, but it works, it's there, so like just so you know. So now we have done that, what I can do, I can come here and I can put myself on the little pencil icon here, and now I can start to paint my level. And you need some time to repaint a bit on top of the tile because, like for example, I'm going to zoom. You can see that not everything is perfect right here. That's normal. It's because the tile set is a bit simple. So that's something that I've made on purpose. So like this is easier for you to grab the thing, to understand, but globally that's how it works. So here I'm going to put it like this. This looks fine. And if you happen to have like made some mistake, if you want to erase, you can either click on erase right here, and you can, for example, do this, or you can, I'm going to unclick erase, or if you want to do it with the mouse, what you can do, I'm going to paint some stuff here, for example, and let's say that I want to get rid of those tile here, you just do a right click on it, and that's it. yet. So now I'm just gonna test one thing, because I think we're gonna have an issue with the wall. So let's have a look. I'm just gonna make a little bit more thing. I'm gonna take the rectangle right here, and I'm gonna make a sort of like big chunk like this, something like this. Voila. I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna do something like that. For now, I'm just eyeballing it a bit. So voila, I'm gonna do something like this. I think this will be fine. Actually, I can do that. Voila. So now I'm gonna put a wall right here. And normally, if I launch the game, I'm not gonna be able, voilà, I'm not gonna be able to wall slide anymore. This is normal because globally I need to go back to my player, and because our ground is on the collision layer 2 and 1, here I need on my player, what is responsible for detecting the wall in my player is the raycast, and the raycast here are meant to be colliding with 1. So here I just need to change it to 2. Like this. So I go here, I change it to 2, and now it's gonna work. So let's have a look. So now I'm gonna come here, and now it works. So that's perfect. So now what we need to do, that's what we're gonna probably do in the next video. We need to have a camera that follows the player now, and so me, I like to create them like programmatically, because it's way better. But for example, what we can do is like if I go to my player here and I take my camera and I put it as a child of my player, now normally my player gonna be able to go around, and now I can go around my thing. But this is not a very good solution. This is just a temporary one. We're gonna make that programmatically. It's gonna be way better. So that's it for this video. I hope it has been helpful for you. If it's the case, don't hesitate to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. As I've said, I'm a bit incapacitated at the moment because of my surgery, but that was a very important one because there was a life-threatening surgery that I got. I was having a vein that was going very bad, so that was very important for me to operate it, and everything has been going okay, so I'm happy with that. So me, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video that will be probably in 1 week. So see ya, bye.